While I like Republican votes in the Senate and the House, I rarely take cultural advice from the people doing the votes. Like, for instance, Marjorie Taylor Greene strikes me as pretty dumb, pretty dim. I mean, active. She got active because she hated Obama and the whole thing. And she was able to convince in 30 and 60-second spots enough people Bobert is Colorado. Where is MTG from? Georgia.
I want to say Alabama.
That would make more sense. So, anyway, and here's the thing. Here's my thing. I probably couldn't have a civil conversation with George Clooney about real life stuff. But I don't mind his movies. I don't hold it against him when he. There's not a George Clooney movie. There's a couple that are boring, but I don't hold it against him. Like the movie, The Peacemaker, Under the Radar. I think a terrific movie, and he's not bad. I don't hold it. I don't know what Tom Cruise's politics are, but his movies are okay. Ben Affleck, I think, is an idiot commie, but I like his movies. Except for
other than that, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, except for what was that horrible movie he did with his current wife years ago?
Oh God!
I just saw clips of it, and I'm like, that's all I need to see. Well, anyway, Marjorie Taylor Greene called the producers of Curb Your Enthusiasm nasty commies.
Uh-oh. And she is from Georgia. You were correct.
Yeah, I mean, why even comment on it? Yesterday, a series of tweets from her harshly critiquing the latest season of Curb, and this is the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which was based in Atlanta for the first 2 episodes. So I don't get it. I mean, the series is ending, and is it on HBO now? Am I behind? Am I Curb? Because it's had a weird track. It hasn't been a consistent annual season. And was there a reason? Were you current when he divorced, or why? How do you write the wife out?
They got a divorce in the show.
Oh, okay.
As he did in real life.
And so that she could marry RFK Jr. So I don't know how, I don't know how that worked. I don't know why they're Atlanta. I don't know that the show could not be funny, but it's not to surprise me that Larry David is a New York lefty. Okay. He made Bush jokes, Trump jokes. I get it. And I'm not going to throw a brick through my TV on this. In the second episode, Larry is in jail or something and is hailed as a liberal icon by Morning Joe, former politician Joe Scarborough, on a little clip they did on MSNBC. And because I was wondering, man, they sure are kissing a lot of Larry David booty. And that's why. It's because they went up there and they filmed them doing, staying in character, but acting and putting the bit on Curb Your Enthusiasm. But so anyway, she said that the episode, because it's so Atlanta centric, by the way, so she's chiming in. Lead character Larry David is arrested for handing water to a friend waiting in line to vote. That's right. There was the thing a couple of years ago where people waiting in line couldn't be handed water. It violated the Georgia law or something. So it's a plot line where someone's waiting in line to vote in the sun in Georgia, and he hands them water. In the second episode, he leaves jail, and former Georgia politician and Democrat Stacey Abrams, election denier, and even Bruce Springsteen is in the episode. So I mean, there you go. They're checking your liberal resume right off the. You have Stacey Abrams, who still says to this day that her election as governor was stolen by Brian Kemp, but was never criticized for it. So Marjorie Taylor Greene said the episodes are a glaring reminder of why most Georgians resent Republicans in our state for inviting the nasty commies from California, the Hollywood elites, into our state by dishing out Hollywood tax credits. And that's why they go. That's why there's a vibrant TV and film industry in Georgia, because of the generous tax breaks. And that's why they film Seattle-based movies in Vancouver, by the way, instead of the actual Seattle, because they get so many tax breaks, they make money. I mean, they widen their profit margin for TV and movies. So think about that, Olympia. So anyway, I guess she's just bitching about the tax credits that have brought all this work there. This week's episode lied and painted Georgia conservatives and Trump supporters as racist and rednecks, and made fun of our good new law that stops the Stacey Abrams vote pandering machine that prevents voter fraud. We in Georgia are fed up with disgusting Hollywood and their disgusting values and elite judgment in our state that is trying to turn Georgia blue. Close quote. So she tweeted that out. So now I'm interested but I know I'm gonna have the same reaction as her. I'm still gonna laugh though. So, I mean, that's the difference.
You might have thicker skin than
I sense I do.
Greene.
Yeah, I really sense I do. I have no idea.
Fun of conservatives, and yes, I have conservative leanings. I don't care that much. I go, okay, do your worst. And I go, oh, wow, there might be a little truth in that. I could see how someone would find that funny, and vice versa.
I find Sean Penn entertaining in a movie that I like. If I don't like the movie, he's probably playing Sam I Am or whatever. And then the Oscars are going to shut him out. You know why? Because he went full thing.
I've only watched the season premiere of the new Curb season. I haven't seen the second episode where he takes aim at conservatives, but I did find this bit rather amusing.
And no matter how close to home it hits,
yeah.
Okay, it's in Georgia, whatever, but he's making jokes about Georgia. I'd still find it funny. You know what? Ben Stiller, super liberal. Tropic Thunder, still hilarious. I'm not like, I'm not going to watch Tropic Thunder. I'm not going to put a dime in that guy's pocket.
This is Larry trying to use Siri on his iPhone in the first episode of the new season.
Siri, directions to Wolf's Glen.
Directions to Great Wolf Lodge.
No, Siri, Wolf's Glen Restaurant.
One option I see, Woods Garden Supply on Benedict Canyon.
Siri, Wolf's Glen Restaurant in Westwood.
One option I see, the Wolseley Restaurant in Burbank.
No, you're not listening.
Those are all real places.
There. Yeah.
I wonder if that's based in reality. Those are all real places.